My name is Eric Vaz. My project is on production of biodiesel from microalgae by heat extraction method and its performance and emission testing in CRDI diesel engine. This project I'm doing along with my group members Manfred Cardozo, Kason Gun, Joyran and Red. The guides for my project are Dr. Suresh Dimani and Professor Swati Algotkar. The contents of this presentation are abstract literature survey, collection of algae, cleaning of algae, drying of the algae, grinding, boiling of algae, separation of algae. Coming to the project. Now this project is about finding a sustainable alternative for fossil fuels. So we chose algae as the alternative, and the species we chose is sargassum. Now why we chose sargassum is because sargassum gives the highest yield, and the yield of sargassum is 250 times more than soya bean. At the same time, as you can see here, we have mentioned 1 kg of algae, that is sargassum, is 20 to 30% oil. Now a brief about what we have done is we went to different species of algae and we chose sargassum, and we had to collect the sargassum. We found it at a beach, then we collected it, dried it, boiled it. Now the detailed of that explanation of that will be given by my teammates.
I am Manfred Cardozo and my USN is 2GJ16ME018. So today I'll be explaining you about the literature survey. So in total we took 3 literature surveys. The first one is by Dr. Suresh Dimani, and the topic is biodiesel, the fuel of future. So here he says that biodiesel can be used as a fuel in any diesel engine without much modification, as it is an environmentally friendly fuel. Its use is on the rise globally. Biodiesel can be manufactured from vegetable oils, recycled cooking oils, and even animal fats. The raw vegetable oils cannot be directly used in diesel engines as their viscosity is too high and have low volatility. Biodiesel is most typically used as a blend with petrodiesel, since no vehicle modification will be required to use the blends, and the most popular version of blend is B20, that is 20% biodiesel and 80% diesel fuel. Now the second one is by Yusuf Christie, that is biodiesel from microalgae. He says that biodiesel derived from oil crops is a potential renewable and carbon neutral alternative to petroleum fuels. Unfortunately, biodiesel from oil crops and animal fat cannot realistically satisfy even a small fraction of the existing demand of fuel transport. Microalgae appear to be the only source of biodiesel that is capable of meeting the global demand for transport fuels. Now, the third one is by Suleiman Khan and Wasim Sajid. The topic is biodiesel from algae to overcome energy crisis. He states that the use of energy sources has reached at the level that whole world is relying on it. Being the most important source of energy, fuels are considered to be the most important. The fear of diminishing the available sources, thirst towards biofuel production has increased during the last decades. Considering the food problems, algae gain the most attention as biofuel producers. The use of crop and food producing plants will never be the best fit into the priorities of biofuel. So these are the 3 literature surveys we used in our project.
The objectives part: we accumulated the desired algae species, then we extracted the algae oil through heat extraction method. We produced biodiesel by transesterification methods, and then we employed biodiesel into CRDI engine for performance and emission testing.
I'm Kisan Gomes. My USN is 2GJ16ME007. So now we'll go to the methods and methodology. So first is the collection of algae. Microalgae are unicellular organisms which can be either prokaryotic or eukaryotic that can carry out photosynthetic processes and are amongst the oldest living microorganisms. Microalgae, being a simple organism, requires basic nutrients such as they capture solar energy and photosynthesis to split water and fix carbon dioxide. Microalgae are enormously diverse group of primary producers, abundant in the almost all ecosystems on Earth, ranging from marine and freshwater environments to desert sands, from hot springs to snow and ice. There are more than 2 lakhs to 8 lakh algae species, of which 80,000 species have been described. Compared to macro plants, the main advantage of microalgae is much lower land area demand and easy to cultivate them. The algae species we collected was Sargassum. It was found on the rocky beaches in Goa. We collected almost 40 kgs of wet algae. So then comes the cleaning. The algae was collected from the sea, so it is needed to be cleaned from any impurities like sand, dust particles, etc. The algae has to be rinsed in water at least 3 to 4 times to get rid of the impurities. Once the process was done, we weighed the algae and we found that it was almost 40 kgs of wet algae. After rinsing it in fresh water, we went to the drying of the algae. So here, after rinsing in fresh water, the algae was left to dry in the sun for a day. Then for the next 3 to 4 days, we used papers and waste to remove any of the wet content in it. For the final day, the drying it was put under hot sun to make that all the pressure content is completely removed. So then comes this is the algae which was kept to be dry. Then comes the grinding. So for grinding process, the algae leaves and the seeds were separated first. So now the algae was to be converted into powder. So for that, the leaves had to be cut into small pieces. The cut pieces were fed into the grinder, and a mesh of dried algae was obtained. So here, after drying the algae, the powder form was around 5 kgs of dried algae. Then comes the boiling of the algae. So here, this process is done in batches where 50 grams of algae is mixed with water 50 ml of water. This mixture of algae and water is heated for about 30 minutes and then it is left to be cooled. Okay, so once it is cooled, a thin layer of fat, water and the algae mixture is separated. There are 3 layers which are formed. The algae is separated from the mixture with the help of a strainer, and the fat and water mixture is again heated for 10 minutes so that the layer of water and oil are clearly separated and left untouched for 2 days. So when all the particles settle down, it forms 3 layers, that is fine algal particles is the bottom layer, the middle layer is water, and the top layer is the algal fats.
Procedure for separation of oil from algae. After cooling the mixture, it is strained and the powder mixture and water mixture is separated. The water mixture is kept for boiling for 20 minutes, and after boiling, the beaker is left untouched for a day. We observed a thin layer of fat and oil formed on the top of the mixture. This layer is then separated by heat extraction.